accused of using a secret messaging app that deletes every message received or sent. Good evening. I'm Emily Spain. The Kansas City Star first reported on the governor's use of the app. KOMU 8's Kevin Coe is in the studio to show us how it works and why it's raising concerns. Kevin.
It's called Confide, and Emily, like you said, it deletes everything. That means no messages saved or archived, which brings into question whether it stands in conflict with Missouri's open record law. Now, the app is easy to use. You only see parts of a message that you scroll through with your finger. After you're done, the message disappears. So it's simple, but the governor and his staff's use of the app makes things complicated. More complicated than most are used to. One law expert we spoke with says legality depends on whether or not the messages contain anything related to public matters.
Confide could potentially be a nightmare for anybody who wants transparency in government, but it's a dream come true for anybody who wants secrecy.
Now, we also spoke with the president of Confide, John Broad, who says he doesn't know if the governor or any of his staff uses Confide. He also said, quote, everyone, politicians included, have a use for Confide, but added, it is critically important that in those instances they use Confide in a way that complies with whatever regulation or restriction they may be governed by. Governor Greitens' office did not respond to our request for comment. In the studio, Kevin Coe, KOMU 8 News.
Officers took a Hickman High School student into custody today after a, quote, concerning post that was put on social media. Hickman's principal sent an email to parents about the incident. We reached out to the Columbia Police Department for more details. We'll keep following this story and bring you the latest when we have more information. Package thieves are at it again in South Columbia. A homeowner gave KOMU 8 News this security footage, and take a close look at this video here. You can see the suspect running off the homeowner's porch there with a package and then stealing whatever's in the mailbox. And then on the left, another suspect comes running off the neighbor's porch with a package as well. Finally, they both jump in the car. KOMU 8 News also reported stolen packages in Thornbrook, Copperstone, and Bellwood about 3 weeks ago in November with what appears to be a similar car. The Columbia Police Department could not confirm if these cars are the same, but neighbors sure think it is.
We do have cameras outside, and we pulled up the feed off the camera and saw that we had some individuals that did a little Christmas shopping on our front porch and also went into our mailbox, and I guess we're going to pay our bills for us for Christmas too.
We asked Columbia Police what officers are doing to track down package thieves, and we're waiting for a response. We will keep you updated on any arrests that are made as they come in. The MU Police Department is looking for 2 people who they say were in the area of a theft. Police say they need help identifying these 2 people. The theft happened at the University Hospital on November 9th. If you know who these people are, contact MUPD. Most Columbia pharmacies are now stocked with a drug that could save lives. It's called naloxone, and it's an antidote for people experiencing an opioid overdose. However, KOMU 8's Nick Allen found that not all local pharmacies have hopped on board.
Naloxone has not been flying off the shelves of Kilgore's pharmacy, but according to one of its top pharmacists, that's not a bad thing.
We're not selling it because we want to see a lot of usage. We want it to be there as a safety net for a family member or a friend that needs access to it.
3 months ago, the state government allowed Missourians to purchase naloxone without a prescription. Many of Columbia's pharmacies stock their shelves with the nasal spray that helps an overdosing person to breathe. But where can you buy it the cheapest?
With a prescription, you can get a dose of naloxone for only $3. However, if you don't have one, the cheapest option here in Columbia is right here at Sam's Club, where you can get naloxone for just $70. However, Sam's Club requires a membership. And if you're not a member, there's a CVS pharmacy attached to the Target here on Stadium Boulevard that sells naloxone for $110.
Columbia City Councilman Michael Trapp has a history of fighting against the state's opioid crisis. He says he wants naloxone to be very accessible.
It's overwhelmingly safer to have naloxone in as many people's hands as possible.
Trapp says the drug has already saved many lives in Columbia. Nick Allen, KOMU 8 News, Columbia.
Flo's Pharmacy is one of the pharmacies in town not selling naloxone. It says the nasal spray is best administered by medical professionals. Well, it sure was a chilly day out there today, downright cold. Let's send it over to Kenton to see how long this cold weather will stick around. Kenton.
Emily, thank you very much. And it's unfortunately going to stick around for a while. And if you were cold out there this morning with low temperatures in the lower 20s, then highs only reached into the lower 30s, 31 the official high in Columbia. It's going to be even colder tomorrow morning. We're down into the teens here, right around 15 by tomorrow morning at sunrise. And if we look at the next couple days, we're at 40 degrees tomorrow afternoon. We're going to have more cloud cover tomorrow afternoon than we will in the morning. Winds still light, but a bit of a breeze, gusts around 20 miles an hour expected. And then we're looking at 33 for the high temperature on Saturday. We're back down to cold temperatures there, well below average. But we do warm up by the end of the weekend, heading into next week before another cool down. I have the full details in that 8-day forecast, so I'll explain it all for you coming up later.
Okay, thanks, Kenton. You may see more Teslas on mid-Missouri roads soon. That's because an appeals court ruled that the company can sell cars in Missouri again. KOMU 8's Jasmine Willis is live at a Tesla supercharge station to tell us about the decision. Jasmine.
As you can see, there aren't any cars here at the charge station in Columbia, but that may all be changing because Tesla can now sell cars in Missouri again. Tesla sells cars directly to customers instead of through dealerships, and that's where the lawsuit came from. The Missouri Auto Dealers Association argued that the state gave Tesla special privileges because other manufacturers have to sell their vehicles to dealerships.
It's really fast. It's really fun to drive. My dog, he sits in the front seat. We have a great time. I've never had an issue with it. I can travel across the country, not pay for gas.
Micah Newman says that's not even the best part.
The best part is the autopilot. Absolutely. When I get on the highway or even in a lot of the city, I click on the autopilot. I take my hands off the wheel. It allows for a lot more stress-free drive.
As you can see, there aren't many Teslas on the road, but that may all be changing.
I was looking between another truck or a different SUV or possibly a sports car.
But Newman says with this decision,
I'm spending a decent amount a month on gas, so it being electric, I have free access to superchargers across the whole country.
Newman says he supports Tesla's decision to sell directly to customers.
So I think if he thinks that's the path the company needs to take, then the company needs to take that.
Tesla says it sells cars directly to customers because it ensures the best possible experience for customers.
Tesla has the best customer service experience I've ever had in my life. 24/7, I give them a call if anything's wrong, and they do not hang up the phone with me until the problem is resolved and I am satisfied.
Newman says these charge stations can be found about every 100 miles across the U.S. I reached out to the Missouri Auto Dealers Association but didn't hear back. Reporting live in Columbia, Jasmine Willis, KOMU 8 News.
Narrowly avoiding a shutdown, the next steps for passing a budget in Congress. That's after the break.